First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out. Appreciate you guys very, very much. Never thought this day would come, and Father Time has finally caught up with Shaquille O'Neal. And I just want to say, who's this? Yes. For real? You want me to come up and apply for the New York Knicks general manager job? Okay, sure. I'll be up right after the press conference. Okay, sure. Thank you. That was the president of the Knicks. He wanted me to fly up right after the press conference and try out for the general manager job. After 19 years, I'm announcing my retirement from professional basketball. It is now time for me to begin my new life. I would like to thank my mother and father for their support and guidance. I would like to especially thank my father because without him, I wouldn't be here today. It was him who met a young lady who had a boy. He took us in, he taught me the game, he taught me how to play the game, he taught me how to dominate the game. So I just want to say from son to father, thank you very much. Love you too. And my mother, can't forget about you, the most beautiful woman I know in the world. You always take care of me. After Daddy spanked me, you always brought me in the room. You always snuck the cake and milk and cookies in and told me, don't worry about it and follow my dreams. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank my brothers and sisters for always putting up with me, for always helping me believe in my dreams. I'd like to thank my beautiful children for putting up with Daddy's schedule. You know, Daddy always had a hectic schedule, and, you know, Daddy came home moody after games and stuff like that. And yes, Daddy will continue to take you to Toys R Us now that he's retired. My family has made many, many sacrifices, and for them, I'm very, very grateful. The fans have meant a lot to me. I just want to thank the fans. The fans all around the world really, really showed me love in every arena. I just want to thank you very much. I'd like to thank the NBA and David Stern for what he has created here for the NBA today. I'm going to miss a lot about the game. I'm going to miss the competition, the camaraderie, the friendship, the fans, joking with the media, and I'm really going to miss the free throws. Basketball has opened many doors in my life. I've represented the country in the Olympics. I secured my master's degree, and I'm now working on my PhD in human resource development in Barry University at Miami. I've acted in award-winning movies such as Kazam. I've created business opportunities. I've created lifelong friendships, and most important, I was able to help those in need. I have the privilege of playing for 6 great organizations. I want to thank everyone associated with these organizations, the owners, the management, trainers, equipment managers, ball boys, stadium security, and the list goes on. You all contributed to my success, and I thank you very much. I would like to thank the coaches who have contributed to my growth and development as a player in person, especially Phil Jackson and Doc Rivers. Phil Jackson was the one who taught me how to really focus and really, really concentrate on what's going on and how to get to that championship level. And playing for Doc Rivers this year was very, very special because we had a lot of talent on the team, but Doc Rivers always focused on the team. I can remember one time I came in like, Doc, I'm 5 for 6. If you want, I can go 10 for 12 or, 12 for 18. And, he kind of said, Shaq, it's not about you, it's about the team. So, thank you, Doc. This guy right here next to me gave me the best 3 years of my life. I want to thank Coach Brown for being an ear, for listening during tough, troubled times. I also want to thank you for discovering me at a military base in Wildflicken, West Germany. Lastly, I want to say that I've really enjoyed my relationship with the media. I tried to have fun with you guys. You guys were receptive to that. A lot of you guys come back. I appreciate it. Jay, Stephen A., all the local guys, George Diaz. It was fun, and I'm really going to miss you guys. So in light of today, I am retiring all my nicknames. The Big Aristotle, Shaq Fu, the Big Shamrock, the Big Cactus, the Diesel, and finally, the one and only original, never to be duplicated or replicated, Superman. So from now on, you guys can call me the Big AARP, Association for the Advancement of Retired Persons. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming today. What we're going to do right now is I'm going to answer a few questions. Then after that, I want you guys to put the pens down, put the cameras down. The food is supplied by Planet Hollywood, Buca de Pepper, and Apollo Jets. We're going to party for my last time out. Thank you for being my friend. I want to thank family for coming, brothers and sisters, nephews and nieces, and let's have a good time. Thank you very much. I love you, and I will miss you, but I do plan on entertaining you for the next 19 years. Whether it's TNT, ESPN, CNN, whoever wants to hire me, my office is open up on Monday. give me a call. Thank you very much. Any questions?
Can I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
You know what? You said a whole lot in a few minutes, but it's been a long time since I heard you talk that fast.
I was nervous, Mommy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You did good. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry. See, y'all done got me in trouble again. Yes.
When you made the decision to retire, was there any thought to just playing out the summer, seeing how the Achilles felt, and just maybe making a decision later on?
It was, but the Boston organization was very, very good to me. And what I didn't want to happen was, okay, I talked to Dr. Brian McCain, who's a fabulous doctor. So, you know, the best solution was going in and clean it up with a 9-month recovery. So, you know, I thought it was good business to, you know, let Danny know right away so he can get some young talent, because beautiful organization, you know, they still got a lot left. And I didn't want to you know, let happen the same thing that happened last year. And, you know, I'm a competitor, I'm a fighter, and, you know, after we lost, you know, I was really, really down on myself because I went up there with one mission only, and I kind of felt I let the city down, and I didn't want that to happen again. So I didn't want to get the surgery, go through the 9-month recovery, and keep everybody waiting again. So I thought the professional thing to do was to let Danny know right away so he can get some new, younger talent. What's your name? Who you work for? All right, tell your boss I'm coming for your job. No, I have, you know what, one thing my mother and father always stressed was education and having something to fall back on. I can remember when I, you know, first started playing ball and I got really good and I had like 48 points and mother had a smile on the face, brothers had a smile on the face, and my father looked at me and said, "What you gonna do if you blow your knee out?" And I didn't have an answer. And like he used to throw that at me every now and then. Yeah, you had 40, you had 60 on your birthday. What you gonna do if the lockout next year? What you gonna do? So, you know, I really started really getting more into education and business. I received my master's from the University of Phoenix. I'm working on my PhD in human resource development at the University of, at Barry University in Miami. So hopefully by December or January, I will only be called Dr. O'Neal. So, you know, again, I want to, you know, thank my parents for raising me the right way. And little kids out there, whatever your parents tell you to do, I think you should do it because dreams come true. Because I'm a little poor kid from Newark, New Jersey. My father used to take me to Weekway Park all the time and say, "Hey, Bill Russell, Kareem, Will Chamberlain, if you listen to me, if you follow these steps, you can do it." And because of him, because of them, I'm there. I didn't believe it at first, but it's there. So again, you know, I want to, you know, thank my mother and father and my brothers and sisters, you know, for putting up with me and, you know, help me, you know, reaching my goal. Thank you, Mommy. Thank you, Daddy. Yes, sir. You know what? I can remember time telling my parents that I was like, "Mommy, I don't like my name. I don't like my height." My mother said, "You know what? Make them remember your name. Make them remember you." So as I start creating my style, high school going into college, my thing was to make people remember the name Shaquille O'Neal. Make people say, you know, this was a funny guy. Make people say he's not like the average superstar. Make people say, I just seen this guy at Walmart. I just seen this guy at Target. He's a normal guy. And, you know, I think I did that. I think I did that. It was important to have it here because I have a lot of brothers and sisters who work. My family's here, my mother and father lives here, so I wanted to do it here. Not only that, after this is all over, I wanted to host you guys, the media. As I said, I got food supplied by Planet Hollywoods and Apollo Jets, and, you know, just want to, you know, sit around, shake your hand, tell you thank you personally, and, you know, have good times. And, you know, just, you know, again, say thank you very much. I think the league is in great hands right now. You know, as long as Kobe, LeBron, and, you know, D-Wade, Carmelo, guys like that are around, you know, the league will be in pretty good shape. There's only really one dominant big man left, and that's Dwight Howard. So I I expect him to win 3 or 4 championships. If he doesn't win 3 or 4 championships, I'll be disappointed. But you know, he's a great player. There's a lot of great young talent, and you know, David Stern has always done a great job in helping the league grow, and he will continue to do so. Yeah, I was very down on myself. You know, had tears in my eye, was upset, talking to my father, talking to my girlfriend, talking to my kids. You know, just very upset. And you know, I tried, and you know, I just couldn't pull it off. But you know, I even did things that you know my father always told me never to do. He said never get the shot. But I wanted to play so bad. I wanted to help Boston so bad. So shot here 1 week didn't work. Let me try another shot. Let me try a different shot. And then, you know, finally played that game in Boston at one time. Watched the game when I got home. Looked terrible, and you know that's not the way I wanted to go out. But you know, I'm happy now. I'm glad everyone has come. And like I said earlier, you know, I thought it was a professional thing to do to let Danny know right away, rather than you know keep people in wait. I've always been a consummate professional, and I will continue to do so. The DeVos family was a first-class organization. Wish that you know things would have worked out different, but you know, in business, you know, guys have to handle their business their own way. So, you know, the good thing about the whole thing that went down was when I left, Mr. DeVos still called me and he wished me well. So, you know, first-class organizations, they're doing big things here now. They got Dwight here. You know, the general manager has to do a great job to ensure that he doesn't leave. So, you know, they got to do whatever it takes to keep him here because, you know, they have a chance. You know, they're 1 or 2 pieces away from getting it done. And, you know, hopefully they get it done because I'm going to be calling Alex Martins and I'm going to be getting a couple of those floor seats for free, of course. I definitely won't be back, and let me tell you the reason why. Towards the end of my career, I started getting a little bit selfish, and I've always heard the most 2 dominant players were Wilt Chamberlain and Shaquille O'Neal. So Wilt's at 31,000, and I'm at, you know, 28,000. So if it was a, you know, if I had like 100 points fewer than him, then I would come back to pass him up. Then that'll put me at the most dominant player in the world. But I'm about 3 years away, so I'll just have to, you know, remain at number 5 for now. You know, me and my father was joking the other day, and he was like, Dad, I'm retiring, and you know, he was like, how many points you got? I was like, 28. He was like, you dummy, if you'd have hit them free throws like I taught you how to shoot them, you would have had 30,000 points. I was like, you right. Yes, Ali B. I just want to be, you know, continue to be the consummate professional. And, you know, the ultimate goal for me is to have my 6 children look at me like I look at my mother and father. Like, I realize that I'm blessed and I'm the luckiest guy in the world, but without them, wouldn't be here. Because there was a couple of times where thinking about stealing a car, but I know if I steal a car, my father's going to knock my head off. I'm not going to do that. You know, if I say this, it'll upset my mother, I'm not going to do that. So, I mean, if it wasn't for them, I mean, you know, I wouldn't be here right now. So hopefully, you know, my kids look at me the same way. I posted a video on YouTube at Halloween when I was dressed up like a woman, me and Nikki, and my oldest daughter called me very upset. Daddy, do not do that again. You are embarrassing me. I was like, what's wrong, baby? They called you a transvestite. I'm like, baby, it's Halloween. She's like, don't do that again. So, you know, hopefully, you know, my kids, you know, look at me like I look at my mother and father. You know, I was always taught never bite the hands that feed you. So probably wouldn't be a good idea to run against Jerry Dimmons. But there's another county right down the street called Lake County. A friend of mine is running in Lake County, and I may apply to be the undersheriff. But you know, I have a lot of options down the road. You know, I have a lot of business opportunities. Right now, you know, I promised my parents I'd get my leg right. So, you know, thinking about surgery. So, you know, I just got to get that right before I do anything. No. And if you know anything about, math, like I told you earlier, I missed over 5,000 free throws. So if I hit half of those, there's 30,000 points. I missed over 300 games at averaging 20 points a game. There's another 6,000 points. So if I would have, you know, been at my highest potential, I'd probably be number 2 right now. Probably be number 2 in scoring. And, you know, this probably would have been a better conference. And so that's the only you know, thing that I'm very, very upset with myself about. However, I listened to my parents. You know, my father always preached those 3 great names every day. And, you know, I've been watching ESPN for the last days. Thank you for the comments, everybody. And I heard my name next to those names, next to Bill Russell, next to Kareem, next to Wilt Chamberlain. I heard Shaquille O'Neal. So, you know, even if I didn't reach my full potential, I could look at my mother and father and say, we made it. The poor family from Newark, New Jersey, the projects, we made it and we did it. And that's all my father wanted to do, because I'm telling you, he used to say it every day. I used to be like, who the hell is Bill Russell? Who the hell is Kareem? Who the hell is Wilt Chamberlain? Every day. And then, you know, he taught me the game. He taught me how to play the game, you know, study the game, and, you know, we did it. So thank you, Sergeant Philip A. Harrison. U.S. Army, baby. Go Army. You know, it's kind of hard to say, you know, who the greatest player is, but, you know, as I got into business mode early in my career, I learned to push buttons. So, you know, a lot of people on the outside looking in would say, you know, him and Kobe had problems, but no. As a CEO who was task-driven, see, as a CEO, you have to differentiate relationship-driven and task-driven. So I was task-driven. The task was to win championships. So I pushed Kobe's buttons. Kobe pushed my buttons, and we were able to win 3 out of 4. Did the same thing with D. Wade. So, you know, a lot of people really didn't understand my tactics, but business, and, you know, was able to win 4 championship rings. You know, a lot of people think we hate each other, but I see Kobe and his beautiful wife and his beautiful daughters all the time, and I go up to the baby and say, hi, I'm Uncle Shaq. They say hi, kiss them on the cheek, and we move on. And, you know, it was all about the task.
Talking about D. Wade, let me tell you a story. I went to his practice in Miami. Pat Riley came and sat with me, and he says, I can't tell you what the big guy did for us. First practice, we're in center court. He raised his hand. Coach Riley, can I say something? He said, sure. He put his arm around D. Wade, and he said, I want you guys to listen to this. This is going to be the star. I'm here to help him win a championship. And, of course, they won the championship. So that's the kind of unselfishness he did display.
Jack, even if it was 15 years ago when you left there, still haunts Magic, man. Can you tell them the real reason you left?
It wasn't, I mean, you know, it wasn't, you know, a real reason. As I said earlier, DeVos organization was a first-class organization. But, you know, business-wise, I had a, you know, better offer in Los Angeles. And at the time, they didn't match it. And I didn't want to go back and forth with, you know, match this number. So, you know, I told them, LA came with the number. I decided to go to LA. Plus a lot of other selfish reasons, you know, movies and all that stuff out there. And I thought it was the right choice for me. I only have one personal regret, and that was not knocking your ass out for all the bad stuff you said about me. I was going to knock you out one day, Stephen A. I promise. I was like, he said what? No, I just, I can't. The great Philip Harrison, you know, one day I, you know, was doing something, I was following people, and he smacked the taste out of my mouth. He said, be a leader, not a follower. Be a leader, not a follower. So I always wanted to be a leader, and I always wanted to do it my way. And I'm comfortable here today saying I did it my way. You know, it was very unorthodox, it was very different, but I'm comfortable with the way it was done, and if I had anything to change, I'd probably only change one thing, and that would be listen to him on my free throw stroke so I could be at 30,000 instead of 28,000. But other than that, I'm very happy.
Mr. O'Neal, if there was one piece of advice you
would be leaders and not followers. And, you know, believe in your dreams and work. You know, I think, you know, youth today have it too easy. I mean, I remember I had to go to the library and study. Now you go on Google, you get all the answers. If I'd have grew up today, I'd have been a valedictorian, I'm telling you. Seriously. You know, I had to go to the library. If Dad, can you take me to the library? No, walk. Walk to the library, get the books, and study. Now, you go on Google, bam, it's right there. I'm like, y'all cheating. Y'all got it easy.
Jack, what do you tell to your critics that say that you might have tarnished your legacy over the last 4 or 5 years, chasing the title?
I don't, you know, listen to that. You know, I've been listening to the experts, and all of them been saying my name, and that's good enough for me. You know, if you're not a critic that has walked in my shoes or done more than me, I don't really respect you. So if Kareem said it or Bill Russell said it, I'd be a little hurt, but I'm not worried about Skip Bayless. Not at all. I'm gonna knock you out when I see you too, Skip. I did a lot there. I didn't do more than the big fella Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So, you know, business-wise, let's take care of the big fella first. And then after that, you know, if they want to, you know, come around and give me a statue, I'll accept it. If not, I understand. However, I did talk to Jerry Buss yesterday, and he said when I come out, we're going to have dinner, and I'd like to thank the Laker organization for announcing that they were going to retire my jersey. Now I'm just waiting for the DeVos family to call me and Mickey and them to call me. You know, we can make a little road trip. No. The only people I will coach would be my 3 sons. And I've been coaching them the last 3 summers, and I am the Phil Jackson of Little League around here. Really. I'm like, you know, 36-0. 36-0. So, yeah. Yeah. I got a lot. Got a lot to talk about, Stephen. A lot to talk about. So again, I want to thank everybody for coming out. Thank my beautiful girlfriend, Nicole Alexander. Thank my beautiful daughter, Tahira, mother, father, Tifa, Aisha, Jamal, Monique, Tanya. Love you guys. Nieces and nephews, love you guys. Uncle Bert, Mingo, what's up, baby? Uncle Mingo. Everybody for coming out. Thank Uncle Roy, everybody. I got so many relatives, I can't name everybody. All my relatives, thank you. Love you guys. I'll see you later. Thank you. Again, we're going to have lunch, so stick around, have lunch, have a good time.